Hi everyone, my name is Snigdha and I'm from Quirkistry. I'm an art educator and I teach both children and adults art online. I've partnered with Learnify, so you can book tickets to my workshops via them. So I specialize in teaching Zentangles, mandalas, doodles and comic art. I have been fond of art right from when I was a child, and I was taking art class. I used to go for art classes when I was 8 years old, and I went for around 7 years. I learned different forms of art like oil painting, sketching, then basic coloring, water painting, and then of late over the past 1 year I've also been learning mandalas, zentangles and doodling, which is the most popular at the moment. So I have been doing that for a year, and during lockdown I decided to take classes online so that I could teach children all over India. But it so happened like a lot of parents also were interested after seeing their children doing Zentangles and mandalas so well. A lot of parents also were interested in taking part in the classes, which is why I've introduced separate classes for teens and adults as well. So for most of my classes you don't need too many you don't need too many fancy types of colors. The basics will do. So all you need is a pencil, paper, eraser, sharpener, and I highly recommend using microtip pens for most of your artwork, because that like whether it's Zentangles, mandalas or doodling, you can get really detailed art when you use a microtip pen opposed to sketch pens. So for most of my artwork I ask people to get a microtip pen. And about teaching children, so I have a 4-year-old daughter myself. I started teaching her art initially, and then I moved on to teaching other children as well online. Now with online platforms like Zoom and Google Meet, it's really easy to teach people all around India and all around the world. I moved back to India last year. I was in Dubai for around 10 years, and when I moved back here I saw there's a lot of opportunity and lots of people are into different forms of art. So that's when I thought let me also get back to doing art, and it is of course very therapeutic for both adults and children. Now I'll just tell you, like, parents a bit about why I feel art is so important for children. So you may have noticed during the lockdown period, children aren't being their usual selves. They'll be acting out a bit aggressively, or they'll be getting bored at home. So that's just a way that children can they show their emotions that way. So it's very important for them to do activities like art, dance, where they can, or even sports, where they can use their creativity, burn their energy, so that they don't start acting out like that. And with art, like for me, art is not just simply drawing and coloring. It's about self-expression and expressing oneself. So there are a lot of people who say, oh, but we are beginners, and we've never even held a pencil in our lives. That's fine. Like, you do whatever you can. You do what you can do best. And like, you don't have to compete with the next child or the next person. You're just doing whatever makes you feel good, and you're expressing yourself. And then it's always nice to have a nice piece of artwork at the end of a session. So I'm going to actually teach her, because with Rakhi coming up on Sunday, I thought I will teach your children how to make a Rakhi inspired card. So if it's a brother, if it's a boy making it, he can make it for his sister, and if it's a girl making it, she can make it for her brother. So I've decided to incorporate doodling as well as mandala, the mandala pattern Rakhi, and a doodle of a little girl and a boy. So I'm going to show you first what you're going to learn, and then we'll start with the drawing. Also for this you'll need an eraser, a pencil, a ruler, a microtip pen or a fine black sketch pen, and a 10 rupee coin. So I hope everyone can see the paper clearly. This is what we are going to be drawing, and I suggest that you start off like just use a pencil for the drawing and the outlining and stuff, and then once you're done with your drawing you can use a pen to outline everything. So I'm taking a new page. Now first we will need a ruler and a pencil. So I want you all to draw a square. This square is going to be erased at the end, so you must not outline this in with a sketch pen. Once you're done with the square, you need your coin. So at the center of the paper, I'd like you to just draw a circle. So this circle is the Rakhi. It's the mandala Rakhi that we're going to draw. And then with your ruler, you can just put it at the middle of the circle and draw 2 lines. So on the left side of the Rakhi, I'm going to draw the sister, and on the right side of the Rakhi, I'm going to draw the brother. So it's just simple. The sister, she's going to have a kind of a, you can draw a U-shaped face. So it's just the alphabet U, and we'll draw her ears. Now to get, so just so that you have her features aligned, you can put a line in the center. Now this line is a temporary line which we are going to erase at the end. So this line should not be done in pen at all. This is just so that we see where to place the eyes. So we are going to just draw one circle for now. And her nose is a small upside down U, and she's smiling because she's happy. It's Rakhi, and she's her smile is a semicircle. We can just draw a little tongue inside as well. So we're not going to draw eyeballs now, and I'll tell you why later. So then for her hairline, so above here where you see this line, you just draw one line to the right, slanting down, almost the same as as following the pattern of her head, and then on the other side. Now you can give any hairstyle that you want. We'll darken it later with a pen. So I've just put one layer. This is her hair, 2 squares which are rubber bands, and then I'm just going to make these little ponytails for her on the side, pigtails. Okay, so there we have the little girl's face. For her neck is just the number 11, and then a smiley face as a, so her collar is a, like how you do a smiley face. And now I'm going to make her wear a t-shirt and a skirt. So for the t-shirt, you just draw 2 lines from either side of the neck. I'm not going to make it very complicated. And then you close it like this. And this is her body. Okay, so you have a t-shirt. Hands, I'm going to keep it very simple so that anyone can draw it. So hands, again the arms are 2 parallel lines and a little curve like this with a thumb. We are not going to draw fingers for this doodle. And here if you want her to kind of hold the Rakhi, then you can draw her arms coming out like this and going up. If you find it difficult, you can just mirror this arm, that's fine. but here I'm going to make her try to point at the Rakhi. So here, and you have a curve again, and close it with a thumb. The skirt is just 2 lines outward from here, from the t-shirt, and then you close the lines, and the legs again are 2 parallel lines, and we are going to do very simple shoes as well. So it is just, we're just going to make sideway oval shoes on both sides. Okay, so we have the outline of the sister right now, and then now on this side I'm going to make the outline of the brother. So we can make him an older brother or a younger brother. Let me just make him an older brother. So here I'm going to put the same thing like his head. This is again just the basic face shape. I'm not going to go into too many face shapes and complicate it. We are going to put this line to the side here because I want him to face his sister. So I'm going to put the vertical line here and the horizontal line here, and then his eyes are going to be here to the side because he's looking at his sister, and then his ears are going to be in because when you're showing your side face you can see the ears. His nose I'm going to make a little different. I'm going to make his nose an upside down 7, and for him I'm just going to give a simple smile, like a big smile like the sisters, but he's smiling sideways. So for the brother, maybe I thought I'll just give him a side parting hairstyle. So you start here closer to the left side of your page, and again we're going to fill in the hair later. So then his body also we draw it similarly to the girls. We have a small 11 for the neck, and then maybe he has like shoulders here, then the upside down smile, then that's his t-shirt, and he's going to be wearing pants. So it's okay to draw on top of your Rakhi line, the Rakhi string. So this is how you draw legs. Like if they're wearing pants, this is how you draw their pants. And then his feet are the same. It's one oval here and another oval. So the boy, maybe like he has his arms here and they're going down. Again same. And maybe he is also, he is showing his sister his hand. Like he's just telling her, here put the Rakhi for me. So this hand is a fist, which he's showing to his sister. I can't really look at comments right now, so I'm just going to look at my laptop and see, because I cannot see any questions at the moment. Alright, so there are no questions. Okay, so then now we have both the brother and the sister, the basic outlines. So before we get into using the pen, because for the rest of the drawing we need to use a pen. So before that I'm going to just show you a simple mandala pattern inside the Rakhi. So mandala patterns are, we just basically use petals and triangles, and then we use lines and dots. So for this I'm just going to keep it very simple. I'm going to draw a circle inside, a small circle, followed by I'm going to do petals. So I think this full the full Rakhi is just going to have some different type of petal shape. So here you have the rounded petals, and then the next row is pointed petals. In fact, you know, the other day during class I taught a little girl how to make mandalas, and she went and she made these mandala Rakhis for her brothers, which are really, really nice. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just making small petals inside and long petals, And then I'm going to make the lines with dots, because it's a small mandala, so we won't have too many designs, otherwise it will look really cramped. So these are the dots on the lines. And maybe outside we can also have some, like some just a triangle kind of design. So I'm going to start doing everything with pen, but it's up to you. If you're comfortable doing it with a pen, you can, or you can just continue doing it with your pencil and then outline it later. Okay, so now I'm going to start outlining this girl. So remember, when you're outlining the girl, do not outline those lines that we have made on her face. We're going to go and outline it like this. Her eyes, we are going to draw eyeballs for her where she is looking at her brother. So we are drawing the eyeballs to this side, and we'll draw some happy eyebrows as well. Okay, so this is the goal. So how do you draw hair? Hair is very simple. See, she has a middle parting. So we're just going to draw some lines like this to one side. This is like, if you see your hair in the mirror also, it will look like that. So that's the best way to draw people. Just observe them. So outlining part is actually very simple. Sheetal, I think this video is going to be available on Learnify. So in case you have joined late also, you can just follow them, and then you'll get the video right from the beginning. It's better, Trisha, it's better not to use a ball pen. If you're just doing it to practice, it's okay, but it's always better to get a gel pen or a micro tip pen. See, if you do mandala patterns with a ball pen, it just doesn't come out as neatly as it would with another. But for now, if you don't have it and you just want to practice, you can just go ahead and do it with a ball pen. But ideally, preferably, you should have the gel pen. Okay, so once you have outlined the girl, just so that you all remember, here this cross that's there on her face has to go, and as well as any other pencil marks that are on the girl has to go. You can either erase everything in the end or at the beginning. I'm just showing you all once now, so that we don't forget later. Now for the brother, it's the same thing. Okay, so he has a side parting. For him, he is looking at his sister, right? So his eyeballs have to face this side. So it will be the left of your paper. And we can give him different type of eyebrows, like little thick eyebrows we'll give him. Okay, if any of you all find it difficult to do a double line, then you can just make a simple smiley face. That's also okay. Like the ones that the smileys have in our emojis, you can just make that as well if you're starting off, or if you're really small. Okay, so it's nice to color the hair nicely. In fact, you can even color the hair black. See, if you're coloring something, you can use a sketch pen to color it. You don't need a micro tip or something to color. Okay, so then we're going to outline him as well. We'll do detailing on their clothes later. Okay. Okay, the difference between Zentangle and mandala art, Neha. See, with mandala, it's more to do with, derived from religion. Like, say, Hinduism and Buddhism, and the symbols actually have a meaning. So they use, they use symbols like, say, the lotus, and they have it in, that it should be in a perfect circle, it should be balanced, because each thing relates to, like the balance in a mandala refers to the balance in your life. So you have different type of mandalas, like healing mandalas, learning mandalas, so they all have a meaning. With Zentangles, it's just a set of practice patterns. With mandalas, there are specific patterns, if you see. So Zentangles, sometimes, in doodles itself we use Zentangles as well. You can have different types, like just circles, so just a row of full of circles, or you can have just random shapes. It's just a repetition. So both are very calming. Both mandalas and Zentangles calm you down, but I feel like mandalas are more to do with a religious, it has a religious purpose to it, and Zentangles don't. I'm going to draw the string like this over his leg and his arms. And then back to outlining this. Actually, I always feel it is easier to do patterns with a pen rather than a pencil. So even for the Rakhi, we are just going to put some dots over here, because if you notice, most Rakhis, they will have a dot kind of a design. Okay, and after this, we are going to get to the most fun part, if most of you all are completed with this, which is the doodling part. Okay, so having some problem with my stand. Okay, sorry everyone, my stand just fell down. Okay, so now I'm going to start with the doodling. So doodling, doodling is like when you do something just mindlessly. So doodling, if you see, we can draw all these shapes. But first, what comes to your mind during Rakhi? Like, what do you get? You get, you think of things like sweets, like chocolates or cupcakes or a present. So we are going to draw just a few of those to highlight Rakhi. So for a present, we're just going to draw a gift, which is a square like this. And a bow. And then we're just going to draw a chocolate. So this is a chocolate wrapper. And then there are 2 cupcakes next to the girl. And I'm going to put 1 cupcake next to the brother. And I want you to just leave some room over here so that we can write Happy Raksha Bandhan or Happy Rakhi. So you choose 2 colors to write that. I choose blue and green. So you just write, it should just look really bright in the middle because everything else is black and white. So I'm just going to write here Happy Rakhi. Okay, with a smile. And then we are going to make designs on the rest of the paper. So starting from here, it should be something that, like, when you erase the pencil part of it, it should still look like a square. Okay, so this is like one design what I'm showing. We have to repeat, just keep repeating it. And then this side I'm going to have some curly spirals going down halfway. And you can do the same on this side. And then here I'm going to have some zigzag triangle type of shapes. Here I'm just going to have like a wavy shape with a dot and another wavy shape with a dot and another wavy shape with a dot. And then I'm going to repeat that here. Okay, and then we can repeat something else that we've not done. So I'm going to do the wavy dots up to in between. I'm going to write some words. So this is again this shape that's there. You can just have a set of 3 or 4 shapes which you're going to do in the corner. So how do you fill this up? So we are going to fill the inside with some, say this girl has some hearts and even he has some hearts around them. Alright, and then let's make some circle patterns as well. Sneha, no Sneha, your kid does not have to be artistic to create a mandala. So creating a mandala is actually quite simple. We can start from scratch. In fact, you can start off by using the math book papers that you have, like the square papers that you have, the checked ones, so that it is easier for the child to do designs. And I also teach them right from scratch, like how to draw simple designs first and then you build it up. So no one has to be artistic, and in fact as you practice more it becomes easier and easier. Also children, since they learn really fast, if they start learning at this age, then they just pick it up really fast, like faster than we would. So then another one is, yes Harshini, gifts. So I had drawn one gift over here. See, because it's a small one, it's just a small greeting card that we are doing. I'm not drawing too many things. But say suppose if you're doing something for a birthday party, then you'll have a set of other things so you can make a bigger card. Like this is a small card that I'm just doing on a paper. So that's why I'm just drawing one of each. I'm just having a look at the comments. Okay, I think I've answered everything. Alright, so then what other shapes do you think we could use to fill up? I think like we can use something like triangle. So what you have to do is you're just going to have like a small cluster of shapes. So it's not going to be one triangle, one heart. You have a small cluster of patterns that makes it look more, just makes it stand out more and look neat. Otherwise, if you just have a mixture of different patterns, then it begins to look very cluttered, I feel. And I have left some place in between to write something like what do you think of when you think of Rakhi? What comes to mind? Words like say sister, or if you know Hindi, then say you call your brother bhai, right? So you write that bhai. What else? Like say maybe the word love. So we fill it up with a few words also which have a meaning to the theme that you are creating the doodle. So trust. Then we have another one, and you don't have to write it in the same direction also. So you can choose different type of fonts to write it, or you can just write it capitals. Yeah, Harshini, that's also there. We can use stars. So we have a cluster of stars here. So we are going to just choose, if it's a small one, if it's a small drawing like this, we are just going to choose a few patterns. We won't have too many patterns. So now we have chosen stars, hearts. Now in between also you can put these spirals and things. So these spirals and all doesn't have to only be in the corners. You can just put like a row of spirals here. Even these dots, we can color some dots. They don't all have to be white. Yeah, I saw another one which I used was lines. You can just use lines. So some tapering down, some going up, a very geometric kind of a pattern. So the idea of doodling is you need to fill up the page, but you must not lose the sense of what we are trying to show. So in this case we are trying to show it's Rakhi, and there's a brother and sister who are like they are supposed to be in focus. So if you feel like there's not enough attention on the brother and sister, then we can just highlight them by maybe coloring their clothes. We won't color everything, we'll just color their clothes. So as small as you can do it. So see, now we have filled our page and it looks nice, I think. So we can highlight the brother and sister by, we're just going to color, like don't have to color it so much, just little bit, like this. Okay, so we have colored him, and I'm going to color his see, if you just want it to pop, then you can just use a really bright color. So I'm using fluorescent. So now there's no way that you won't be able to see him. And the girl, she's wearing pink. Okay, so I suggest you color the girl, the boy, and maybe also highlight the Rakhi a bit. I can't really, I think my table is shaking a bit because of this. So I have to be careful. And then the Rakhi. Just, I don't have red, but I suggest you all can use red and yellow and something that just makes it stand out. If you even have colorful gel pens, you all can use that for the Rakhi. Okay, so we are done with our almost done actually. So now what you have to do is, this square that we drew around in pencil, you need to erase that. and if you see, it is just you'll have your square still because of the designs that we have made in that square shape. So I cannot rub it really hard right now because my phone stand is shaking. So but you all need to rub it properly so that you get that effect. For the girl also, you can just do like, you know, just draw little eyelashes. It looks cute. Okay, so there are no more comments. Okay, so yeah, so this is how your final picture will look. Hi everyone, I'm back. I hope you all enjoyed the session, and I thank you Learnify for collaborating with me for this Rakhi special. And I do hope everyone enjoyed this session, and if you all want to book any of my sessions, please contact Learnify and book via them. Thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments and I will even answer it once this is over. Bye.